Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Bluedragonfive here.
And Jacob Wild too.
And folks, breaking news today, a new Lightyear trailer dropped, and we just felt very compelled to talk about it because we talked about the last one. I myself, very particular to the works of Pixar, as I'm sure I'm not alone in that in that camp. So I figured, let's talk about it. Let's break down our official trailer, not a teaser, but a trailer.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. I mean, there's no announcement for it or anything. They just decided like, oh, hey, here you go, Lightyear trailer.
Yep. Yeah, people are looking at the Oscars right now, but you know what they should be looking at? Lightyear.
perhaps
Yes.
perhaps next year's best animated feature winner.
Hopefully. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we got that and Turning Red. I mean, we'll see.
If Turning Red and whatever, and that new Disney and that new WDAS film, that adventure movie they're making, the famous.
Yeah, the fan. Yeah, it's what is it? Fantasy? Not fantasy. It's something like that. But yeah, exactly.
Something that was like Danger or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's danger. It's like Tiki would know if he were here, but regardless. So we have Pink Pearl in the comments saying hi and like, oh hey, trailer in front of Encanto. Yes, the I believe the teaser in front of Encanto was that was, and now we have like a brand new trailer. And also Pink Pearl brings up Turning Red, looking pretty good. And Jacob, can you believe Turning Red coming to Disney Plus next month?
Yep, hard to believe.
Fast turnaround.
Be interesting to see it. Probably been more interesting to see in theaters, but
Yep.
oh well.
Honestly, I think that's why we're getting the Lightyear trailer when we are now. They're just trying to kind of keep people like having Pixar on the brain. So then, hey, next month we have the next big Pixar thing, and then just kind of just kind of taking it from there.
All right.
Yeah.
And so we're just gonna go shot by shot, break down our thoughts. I'll have the captions on so we know what they're saying, so we can follow along.
Yep.
Because fortunately, this trailer does have captions.
Yes. Thankfully, and captions that so far seem to track instead of like wait a minute, you didn't say that at all.
Yeah, it's not like the auto-generated ones. It's actual closed captions, which is good.
Oh, Pink Pearl mentions Pink Pearl is working on. I don't know if you're aware of this, Jacob. Pink Pearl is going to be, and I believe, the Haunted Mansion movie that Disney is making.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure what role, but Pink Pearl just again. I don't know how hush hush Pink Pearl wants to keep that, by all means. But regardless, Pink Pearl then goes on to say, "Oh, and turning I don't know. I don't know if the gag is it's like a marketing thing where it's turning Ted. I think that might be a misprint for red. Just give him T's right next to the R button, so it says and turning red looks like it's sponsored by Tim Hortons, which essentially is the Canadian Dunkin' Donuts. So that's really cool. Yeah, no, yeah, she corrected red. I feel so stupid for not read the one below it, which now I have. So yes, turning red, indeed, and yes, she's an extra in the Haunted Mansion remake. Yes, and also theme park priest is here.
Cool.
Says I'm going to be in it too. I don't know if Theme Park Priest is being facetious or not. Please feel free to clarify. I'm going to take you at your word though, Theme Park Priest. You're going to be in it too.
It's pretty cool that we know somebody's going to be in that movie.
Yeah, possibly two people apparently.
All right.
Okay. All that said, let's just go through the breakdown. We got a little, basically we'll have the trailer up and just kind of break down kind of the cool stuff and give our thoughts. But I'm sorry, Jacob. Overall, how do you feel about the trailer?
It seems pretty. I like the way it looks so far. I mean, I've only really watched it like once or twice. Before what I've seen, it looks like a pretty good action sci-fi adventure movie.
Well, you know me. I'm ridiculously sold on this film for many reasons. Of course, my affinity for Toy Story, my affinity and beyond for Toy Story. Oh, kidding. But between that and the fact that this has always been kind of like the dream. People for years between Toy Story films have always like put up like kind of like the realistically CG rendered like, oh, what if we saw like the real Buzz Lightyear that the property's based on, and oh my God, we're literally getting that. That was always their play for a live action Buzz Lightyear, but we're doing essentially a realistic take on on the on a Buzz Lightyear movie, which is crazy. And beyond that, if I couldn't be any more sold for it, they have my boy Chris Evans playing Buzz Lightyear.
Captain America playing Buzz Lightyear.
I mean, it sounds too good to be true. It's like we're in a simulation or something. One could say.
It's like literally a dream come true for you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Also, Angus MacLane directing. I really love his directing style. He directed Toy Story of Terror, which was fantastic, and this is his feature debut. So again, as I've said before, I'm
And
looking.
and in the musical side of things, we have the perennial Pixar composer Michael Giacchino.
Yep, Giacchino. So yeah, I mean, I think the big difference with this between the teaser that we got is Chris Evans actually gets to finish his lines in this. We actually gets, instead of like interrupting, kind of like we do the whole Avengers Assembled thing, to infinity, and he doesn't finish it, but we do get some other lines from him here. And the big thing here, tease at Zurg, or at least what could be Zurg. Either way, so
Emperor Zurg.
that's the thing, Emperor. I'm not so sure. We'll talk about it.
I mean, I included it in the description because it sounded more dramatic.
Well, I know, but I kind of left that out but it's fine, sure, yes. But you're right, though. Emperor Zurg, cool, of course.
Well, I mean, he's always been known as Emperor Zurg in the toy line, so why not in the movie that the toy line is based off of?
No, here's the thing. I'm well aware of that, but I have a theory that the Zurg that we see in this might not be Emperor Zurg. But that's the thing. No, you're right though. Traditionally, absolutely, always evil Emperor Zurg. It's like the three names. Not just Zurg, not just Emperor Zurg. It's evil Emperor Zurg. But yes. No, go on.
No, I think you may have a point.
Yeah. Okay. We have some comments here, and I think we'll get in the Gearwood stuff. Let me see what we got here. Theme Park Priest says yes, it was facetious, but my pick on WDW Magic Forums is the actor playing the priest from that film. So that's what Theme Park Priest was getting at there. Let's see. Okay, that guy says, "Yo, random question. What happened yesterday?"
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, what happened yesterday? Well, let's see.
I mean, what did we do? What did we do yesterday?
Well, you and I were doing some kind of behind the scenes stuff, just kind of preparing some images and kind of talking, just kind of chit chatting. Beyond that, Tiki and I were pre-recording some stuff, and I believe I maybe what that guy's referring to is Tiki put up some vlogs from his trip to Six Flags to kind of hold us over while we're kind of like gearing up and kind of cranking out some stuff on the side in preparations for other things.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I'm aware of.
Yeah. I mean, beyond that, I don't really know what else happened yesterday majorly, if he's referring to anything else. So
I mean, I've been doing thumbnails like usual, including this one.
Right. Okay, Pink Pearl says there are 4 movies I'm excited about this year: Turning Red, Lightyear, Sonic 2, and the Mario movie from Illumination. That's coming up.
Those are all good picks.
Well, sure.
I mean, I can sense some trepidation in your voice there, Dragon.
Yeah, there is. Sonic 2. I don't really have any firm attachment there, but it's like it's. I mean, I don't even think the Sonic fans really jazzed out of their mind for it outside of Idris Elba playing a character, but it's.
He's playing Knuckles.
Oh, okay, that guy. I know he's brought up now. He says, "No, the Joker vlog live stream that went private out of nowhere. That's what he meant." Oh yeah. So apparently, Tiki, I wish he would have cemented this, but yeah. So the deal is, that guy. The way we're pre-recording our stuff now, instead of just doing it on Skype like we used to do, is we're kind of pre-recording it live. So I mean, basically, it was like a slim long shot that we could get a live audience because that's kind of the less kind of prepared sort of event. We're gonna basically air that on Valentine's Day. So that's what's going to go on. That's when you can expect to see it there fully for everyone. We wanted to kind of put it on a special day. So, so that's what that was all about. I forgot that gets recorded live as well. I thought it was like privately recorded and then, but so now we know. There we go.
Okay.
Well, Super Billy says, hello. We love Super Billy. Welcome, sir. All right. Okay. So all that said, let's jump into some breakdown-y stuff. Okay. All right. So up front, this is kind of what we saw last time in the teaser. Again, Buzz Lightyear O positive. That basically is literally saying he's a flesh and blood guy, not a toy for anyone looking. He's a man. He's not. He's not plastic.
He's a man.
Yes.
Sorry, I was channeling my inner Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay, so we're hitting like the we really hit the spaceman and the test pilot angle of it all at the top of the trailer here, where we have Buzz Lightyear. He's on an alien planet again. This is him kind of in the kind of the test pilot before he becomes a space ranger phase. And what I really like that we hit in this trailer is that a lot of people there's a lot of pressure on the pilot who the way we kind of frame it here in a nice way is like basically a year out here stranded on this planet for a 4-minute flight,
I
which
mean,
is yeah.
the trailer basically confirmed that they were marooned on there.
Well, I think it's just more like saying it feels like they're marooned. I don't think they're
I guess,
legitimately marooned, but I don't know.
Well, yeah.
You could be right. I mean, they might be actually marooned. That's why there's even more pressure on them to get off that rock. We have to make sure this thing flies. Imagine how sadistic that would be, Jacob. That, hey, we're going to send you on a mission, and you guys really have to succeed, or else, because we dropped you off. There's no pickup. You're going to have to get yourselves off that planet.
I mean, it's a sci-fi movie, so anything can happen.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a test or just like literally like we're that cold-hearted. That era of Star Command. I don't know. But yes, regardless, though, I like that there's like the whole like get you. We're counting on you to get us all home, essentially, with like the success of our year-long endeavor. So,
no pressure or anything.
Yeah. Oh, Jay, let's play a little bit of that footage here too.
It's like property of Star Command.
Yeah.
Okay, like tell me when. He zips it up, puts on his gloves, grabs the helmet, and there we go.
Yeah. Well, let's see the two shot of him and Diaz, because the Diaz character right there, that guy, that is, I believe, I heard that's Taika Waititi's character.
I believe you. I believe it is.
It's funny because originally, I guess more so based on Mandalorian, I thought he was going to be this potential droid character we have later. Not the cat, but the other guy.
It's kind of interesting that they're bringing him more into the Disney mold. Like, technically he's done. Obviously, he's done Marvel. He directed Mandalorian and now doing a Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's in a Pixar movie.
Yep. And what's funny?
Has he like been in a legitimate like Disney flick or like a Disney branded movie? Or I don't think he has.
Not anything I can call to mind, but what I do know, and I think the fun thing with Taika Waititi being in this film is that there are some parallels between Buzz Lightyear and Green Lantern, and the whole Space Ranger, the whole Space Ranger Corps, and the fact again the whole how Space Rangers are essentially Green Lanterns only with astronaut suits, and the thing is, in the Green Lantern, the big thing, the reason we have Free Guy, Taika Waititi and Free Guy is, they worked together on the Green Lantern movie in 2011. So it's kind of funny that he is playing kind of the helper to our test pilot. So
and he became friends with Ryan Reynolds through that.
Yeah, kind of funny.
But that's also where Ryan Reynolds met his wife.
Yeah. Oh yes, Blake Lively, of course. Yes, and of course now they have at least 3 kids.
And met Blake Lively, so I mean, he might not have fond memories of the movie, but some good things did come out of it.
Yes. 3 daughters and a wife. Yes. Okay, so Super Billy asks, Bluedragonfive, any reason why they didn't bring back Tim Allen to voice Buzz? Because it's technically a younger Buzz. Is it the same real Buzz from Toy? I'm just reading the whole thing, Jake. But go on.
I'm just saying technically the reason is because this is not the toy Buzz Lightyear. It's the man or the action star that inspired the toy.
Yeah, so Super Billy, this is the big distinction, and nothing against you. I'm just saying in general, it's like the only fear I had with like all the great stuff announced, like this movie's coming. Like, yes, but I just knew this would happen, and it's not just you; it's with everybody. It's like, wait a minute, where's Tim Allen? It's simply exactly what Jacob said. It's the idea is like, so yeah, this is the property that gives us like the toy line, or in a perfect world, gives us both a Buzz Lightyear Star Command show and a toy line, and basically they have a sound-alike actor who is, Tim Allen. Let's just say fictionally Tim Allen voices the Buzz Lightyear toy. So that's what I'm saying. So there's a the actual Buzz Lightyear for the Buzz Lightyear movie, and then you have just we found a guy to voice the toy, and that's why all the
I
toys
mean,
sound like Tim Allen.
I mean that's a thing, and that's the thing that happens in reality too, because there are a lot of times where like a famous property is adapted into a toy line, but obviously they either they couldn't use the lines from the movie or the actor, so they got almost a sound alike or someone
Yeah,
similar
yeah.
to do the lines for the toy.
And it's kind of meta too because Tim Allen rarely, if ever, did the voice of Buzz Lightyear. Usually, for the actual toy that they mass produced, and what they did is they got like a sound like by the name of Pat Fraley to do the Buzz Lightyear voice. So it's kind of paralleling how that worked in real life in a way. It's kind of funny.
So they got somebody who could do a good Buzz Lightyear toy voice
Yeah,
in the Toy Story within the Toy Story universe,
yeah,
and so that's how it worked.
exactly.
It's not like they're replacing Tim Allen or anything like that.
Yeah, sure. So again, that's just kind of a misconception that's been going around with the whole people just kind of on again just to sink it in there again, folks. This is the inspiration for the toy in universe. That's the idea. Where it's like this is like a movie that Andy saw that made him want the Buzz Lightyear. Essentially, that's the idea.
Made him like want to be a Buzz Lightyear fan. Made him like get the toy, the
Yeah,
bedspread, etc., etc.
precisely. And then the whole strange things are happening to me montage. All that comes from this movie, essentially. Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
roundabout way.
but yeah this is the first time we've actually seen the Diaz character in these trailers. I believe. I don't think he was in the previous one.
He might have popped up for a very brief blip, but I think you're right. I don't think we saw him.
At least this is the first time we've seen him extensively.
Yeah.
All right, Joe. Move on.
Yeah, let's continue. I'll tell you when to pause.
All right, there we go. Star Command, looking beautiful.
Yeah, let's pause when this thing gets chopped here. Let it get chopped.
Okay, there we go. And boom.
There we go. So
I'll go back. Sorry.
no, that's fine. They can do the aftermath. That's fine. Just, Okay. So well, let it play for a second once he gets up again. That'd be a perfect kind of shot. There we go. Excellent.
Okay.
Yes. So this is the tone I really like that we hit here. In that again, it's I think we struck just the right note and we kind of hit the kind of capturing the Buzz Lightyear character just right. And the fact that we're getting we're getting a lot more dialogue here than we did in the teaser with Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear. And I think the 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 similarity and just kind of the characterization that we're hitting here is like Buzz Lightyear has always been a very earnest character, and this is and we seem to be being very consistent with the toy version of Buzz here, which I really liked. Where he's playing it very straight, where it's like, okay, I'm gonna fly us home. I'm gonna do this little test flight here. He's a very salt of the earth kind of guy. And I just love this. Like he's very duty bound. He kind of gets dragged like across the way by kind of the inhabitant like alien tentacles of this planet. The idea this is like a regular thing because later on Diaz is going to be dragged off by it too. So the idea this is a regular thing while we're on this plane. Just keep getting dragged around by these random tentacle things, and that's what I love. I love that it is a mundane. It is a mundane sort of thing. This happens.
It's like they're used to it by this point. It kind of creates like not that the Buzz Lightyear and the toys wasn't like a human-like character, but like it creates almost like a more grounded human Buzz Lightyear.
Exactly, and again, I love that he's very much playing it straight. Of just like he kind of shakes it off. Thank you. And he's just kind of moving on his way, which is it's very much like Buzz Lightyear, even though he's on like he's on a planet full of like kind of essentially toys from all over the place that he thinks there's alien races. He's playing it straight because he's been through this. He's been there, done that. So it's very consistent with that.
He's not like the fish out of water that the toy Buzz was in the first movie.
Yeah. So, Super Billy says a bit of a needlessly convoluted explanation, but I don't think I explained that as well as I could have. Super Billy, you're right on that. Yeah, but again, essentially just human toy. That's the simplest way of putting it. But remember, if you want though. This is Buzz Lightyear before. This is an origin story, so he is slightly younger. So any way you want to slice it, he is like it's like the rookie Buzz Lightyear becoming a space ranger, basically earning the white and green suit. So
I mean, long story short, though, I mean, they're not replacing Tim Allen.
Yeah, that exactly. There you go. So, all right. So let's see. So, but again, I love that. It's just been so casual. Like this is the kind of thing they're going through on this plane. Okay, let's keep going.
All right. Disney, Pixar.
Yeah.
I love this shot right here.
Yeah, it's nice. Again, like the art, the textures and the landscapes have just gotten so. They somehow they keep getting better at Pixar, and just doesn't seem possible yet. It is.
It's like the it's like because they're well versed in like creating different kind of visual art styles and designs.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like it creates this like a sense of scale. Like look at these two people compare. Look at Buzz and the commander, or I
Well,
forget
that
who.
okay. So that's Buzz and Izzy.
Is he right? Sorry.
Yeah, Izzy's kind of Buzz's friend on the base.
And compared to this giant, almost Epcottian orb,
Yeah.
Epcottian spaceship.
Yeah.
That's not even a word, but
Now, just speaking of this real quick, it is kind of a question. We don't know this full on. I'm assuming this is again. Bear in mind, the big annoying thing with this movie is, you know, in the real challenge I want to see how Angus MacLane handles this as a director is like, are we going to have the guts to just like have maybe a little room for the Buzz Lightyear Star Command show? Because Pixar is just very much they've kind of shut that down because they didn't have any hands in the show, and that it's a whole thing. I don't want to bore you with all the details, folks, but just the fact of the matter is, any way you want to slice it, I wonder if like Star Command, like that show, will just be like a giant satellite, kind of a Justice League satellite in space. And the place we're at right now, again, because we mentioned we're marooned on a planet, I'm assuming this is like a test facility and not the full-on Star Command, but like hey, this is like a testing site for Star Command. This is like all put on here.
a satellite location.
Yeah, sure, like a satellite location, or at most, again, this is like the test, kind of the build up test pilot station. But yeah, yeah,
Like an offshoot.
certainly. Okay, let's keep it going. I
Like
love
I
the
said,
Buzz.
so I just love like the scale and the use of colors here.
Oh yeah, it is. It's great. Kind of that magic hour lighting. It looks good. And magic hour on Alien Planet, which is even crazier.
And from what I understand, like to help create some of the designs, like they had like someone from like a former like builder from Industrial Light and Magic come in like build a model of a spaceship, and that like helped inform like the look of like the classic sci-fi look that they're going for.
Yeah, there's definitely we're hitting the sci-fi genre very well, which is the really exciting thing with this film because it seems like we kind of did that in kind of more of a romantic story with Wall-E, and this is going to be a little bit more of a kind of straightforward kind of action sci-fi setting, but kind of ushered in through an iconic Pixar character.
It's like, yeah, sci-fi isn't really a genre that Pixar dabbles into that much.
Yeah, yeah. That I mean, occasionally for comedy and a few shorts like the Alien, kind of like in Lifted, we have like kind of like an alien kind of driver's test of sorts with like alien abductions. That's kind of the most that's as sci-fi as we've kind of got with literal aliens.
Yeah, I mean they have dabbled upon that kind of stuff before. Like a lot of them are more like fantasy adventure movies.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see them tackle a different genre like this. So, moving on.
I do love the Buzz Lightyear mission log, by the way. Is hearing Chris Evans' Buzz Lightyear say Buzz Lightyear mission log, like always saying the classic dialogue. I'm loving it.
Get to see the planet.
Yep.
I'm hoping that's like a homage to Bug's Life 2.
I'd like to think so, just with a giant alien bug.
Yep. I said again, like the robot over here almost looks like one of the bots from Wall-E.
Yeah, they do, and I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't maybe a little intentional. Like maybe also it's just the fact Wall-E was so on the money with how that would look, and maybe she's like, yeah, we just like that look, and then we kind of buy it's how we would be looking at it in the future here. So let's put some of that here.
Actually, I don't think that is one of the designs from Wall-E, but it just kind of like reminds me of it because like
No, you're right. I absolutely know what you're talking. It looks like some of the Stewart bots, like the ones that like they take the picture and they say we're looking for them now, like the whole like little kind of blockade guys. Yeah, I know.
Caution Rogue Robots, that kind.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah.
But so okay.
I like the camaraderie on the base too. Like they all have each other's back, so they cut that thing so Buzz wouldn't get sucked down there. Like there's a friendliness around the base. It seems to me, and I like that.
I do like the dimple. I also like the dimple in his chin.
Yep, and again, they did the impossible. The big thing for me last trailer, and we get to see it a little here and there. Buzz Lightyear without the purple astronaut cap. It's like, oh my god, Buzz has hair. It was always speculated for years if he had hair or not, which it makes sense.
Well, now we know.
Okay, so real quick, let me read some comments here, and we'll kind of go through it. Okay, let's see. So, Super Billy says, you think they're going to canonize the whole one-off Star Wars reference joke in Toy Story 2 that, Zurg being Buzz's father? So, okay, so that's the thing. I mean, in the animated Buzz Lightyear show, they kind of did, they literally like teed up that moment. Then Zurg just said "psych," so I doubt it's not going to be Buzz's father, but
Yeah,
I'm sure there's going to be some Star Wars kind of feeling amongst things.
I know that's the funny thing is like I know I told you this story before Dragon.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, when I first watched Toy Story 2, I was not familiar with Star Wars at all. And I legitimately didn't understand that the no Buzz, I am your father was, a reference to Star Wars. I thought he was like being legitimately serious.
One of the funniest
and
things
then
with
I was watching, I remember watching the Star Command show, thinking it's like, okay, when are they going to reveal to Buzz that he's his father? Like I said, I wasn't familiar with Star Wars at that point. I was very young when this movie came out. All right.
So again, the funny thing to me, one of the funniest things looking back on Toy Story, especially the first one, is just seeing how much the Buzz Lightyear toy line ripped off Star Wars, and it's so funny. Just seeing they literally took the plot from A New Hope, and that's literally like on the back of the box that Buzz Lightyear has memorized, and it's like literally he's basically it's like Buzz is both kind of Luke and R2D2 just bringing the plans to Star Command to stop the evil Emperor Zurg. It's so funny.
And now they're both under the same umbrella.
Yeah, it's just crazy how that worked at the end of the day.
Yep.
And so Thruba says, I'll say this, based on this trailer alone, Chris Evans makes for a very solid Buzz Lightyear. You are correct, sir. Okay, let's keep it going.
Okay. Again. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to go pause again.
All right.
I love this shot too. I mean, like they can basically just stop at any point in this movie and say we love this shot.
Yeah, I mean it's Pixar's. Rarely do they not have good cinematography. Let's be honest.
Even when they're older, even in their older movies, like despite like you can tell like how far the movies have come along and how well they've aged.
Yeah.
I mean, Toy Story. Obviously, look at the original Toy Story versus look at something like this.
Yeah.
But
Well, still, even so, even with the limitations in mind, Toy Story still holds up.
I mean, that's what I was saying. Is like it still holds up and it still has good cinematography what they did because they worked within their limits.
Yeah.
But this, it's like you can tell they don't have as many limits as they used to. I mean, there's obviously still limits in what they can do, but there's not. It's like it's now the limit is basically their imagination. How far can they push it?
Yep.
But I said, I love like the sense of scale this whole thing has, though.
Oh, for sure.
Like
Okay, now there's the crystallic fusion engine, which was basically it's the thing that it's kind of their it's kind of like the Kyber crystal from Star Wars, being the idea. It's basically the crystallic fusion is what powers all the jet engine stuff in
and that was something that the toy Buzz did mention.
Exactly. So the idea is that Buzz Lightyear's jetpack runs on crystallic fusion, and there was a bigger. They explored it a little more in the Buzz Lightyear Star Command, the animated show, where like they have like crystallic fusion rods and stuff that goes in there, almost like a plutonium rod or something, kind of in more kind of cartoony, more like sci-fi version of it, but essentially, yeah, like you kind of plug it in like a battery almost.
And it's probably different here because they're actually like showing the almost like obviously energy crystallizing inside the pack,
which is awesome. I love that.
Yeah, it's being stuck into the ship, and we have blast off. Everybody home? Yeah, just being dragged away. We're all counting on you. Roger that.
That's what I'm saying. There's the earnest quality I'm talking about. Or he's like still there's a respect there, but he's just moving on. Like okay, on with the mission.
He's basically just like it's like okay, he got dragged away. That's normal.
Yep, he'll be fine. We have good people on that base. He'll be fine.
It's like yeah, this probably like the 5th time he's been dragged away today.
Exactly. It's just so funny, and again, that's a reminder of the pressure. Like, help save us from this, man. This is annoying.
It's like it'd be kind of funny if that was like the whole conference, like, oh, this planet is annoying. Get us out of here.
That's pretty much it. That's what I'm convinced that's what's going on.
Like, I doubt it would be that, but it'd be just kind of funny. That'd be like more like a short story kind of plot point. But
yeah.
But yep, he's just like, okay, moving on. Here we have a great show with like, obviously,
little
I'm guessing.
2001 action going on here.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally like ripped straight out of 2001: A Space
So,
Odyssey.
real quick, let me mention this in the comments here. That guy says, for me, the real different thing about this compared to the other Pixar films is less the sci-fi and more the straight up action of it. Which we're going to get to the action. It's really impressive what we got kind of got glimpses of here. But yeah, it's even with the sci-fi though. Of course, the funny thing for me here is like in Endgame, Chris Evans, Captain America gets kind of a 2001 homage, and we do like the light effect on his eyes, and look what we're doing now, like a couple of years later. It's kind of
I mean, I mean,
funny.
I mean, I mean, Pixar. I mean, it's not action of theirs isn't common, but they have done The Incredibles, two of them. So
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But the fact is, Pixar does not do action often, like pure action, which The Incredibles has a lot of that. And this is again, it's the fact that we're doing that with the sci-fi, kind of a sci-fi action blend too, is rather impressive.
yeah, I mean, technically, superheroes could be kind of considered like a subsect of science fiction.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean,
But
especially
then,
with look at
but
the
this
money
is
of the Marvel characters.
but this is more like hard sci-fi.
Yeah. Okay, so I suspect what's going on here is Buzz is he's doing the test flight, and he's going to end up on kind of this Dagobah swamp-looking planet, which will put him in the crosshairs of Zurg, and maybe the discovery of what Emperor Zurg and all that's going on there. That's what I think is going to happen in the movie, based on this trailer.
Now, based on his eyes, like, do you think he's like concerned with what he's seeing, or like almost in awe of what he's seeing? What do you think?
I think he's in the midst of being in awe of something, but we know. I'm predicting that something's going to go awry, like at the end of this flight, which means he's not going back to base. He's going to end up crashing on that kind of Dagobah swamp-looking planet.
And of course, Starman by David Bowie. It's an appropriate song, a tough song, I guess.
Yeah, which was used in the teaser, and again, they're keeping that going. They're sticking with their guns, and Starman is it was an excellent choice, and I like it. Again, it's fitting the tone really well so far. It's kind of it's like we're going into uncharted places, and again, Buzz Lightyear becoming a Starman himself. It's very fitting. Speaking of which, there's a money shot for you. Look at him there. He's in the suit, striking a pose.
I'll go back there. There we go.
Yeah, strike a pose.
It almost, if you look over here on the left, these vines almost look like the same kind of, or those are roots, but they kind of look like the things that's attacking the base.
Yeah, which is I think he's gonna because later on in the previous teaser he was about to say to Infinity Beyond with his partner, with his friend Izzy, who was also in the in the Space Ranger suit. Now I'm assuming this might be back on that base because we see like a little spire behind him. I don't know if that's the top of that thing they were looking at earlier during the Magic Hour lighting. I don't know. He might be back on the same base with the suit on.
I mean, it doesn't look like, it looks like this almost looks like it does almost look like the same planet based on like the lighting.
You'll notice. I'm going to point something out here. Look on the right of Buzz's shoulder, but his right on like for us it's right there. That little thing popping out on the back.
I mean, like right over here.
Yeah, no, I mean on Buzz's body, like literally coming down right there. You got it. That thing right there, that is a sword that Izzy has later, and the idea is they're all armed with these swords to cut those vines that are attacking him in the ground. So that's why he's wearing that thing. So assumedly, he might be on the same planet for earlier.
Like I said, considering the spire, yeah, that's also a good idea. Good. Okay, he's on the planet.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that's kind of like Zurg's version of the God from Star Wars. There's so many ships now. I'm just trying to remember.
The Imperial Star Destroyer.
Yes, the Star Destroyer. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Little Star Destroyer-esque. It's imposing. It'd be kind of weird if it was a Star Command ship, but who knows? Could be just cloudy.
Yeah, I mean, this could be the same planet for all we know.
Yeah.
It almost does kind of look like a murky, swampish planet.
That's what I'm saying. So this shot here might be from, I think we're about to see. Let's play a little bit more. Okay, Zap. So these guys, I'm assuming, I'm assuming these guys are working for Zurg because how many acronyms start with the letter Z? Let's be honest. So I'm thinking like Zurg's auxiliary, kind of patrol or something. Zurg's something patrol.
It'd be kind of funny if that's exactly what it stands for.
Yeah.
But now these robots don't really remind me of WALL-E. I mean,
they could be guys in suits, though. We don't know, because again, these are kind of humanoid-looking guys from a distance. But bear in mind, we see later is absolutely a robot, so it's unclear. We don't know. I don't know at least.
Saying, they almost look more something like StarCraft or something like that, or maybe even maybe not StarCraft. One of them, what other? not even like Star Trek or anything like that.
Like a Battlestar Galactica sort of thing or something.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I know nothing of that show. I'm just like I remember like there's like a Cylon thing, and a Cylon has like the it's kind of a bulkier kind of armor with like the little visor.
I mean, I'm not familiar with that either. I mean, I don't think that looks anything like a Cylon.
The only reason I know what a Cylon even is because on Pizza Planet, the sentry guards are Cylons essentially. They're the pizza guards outside the doors of Pizza Planet, are modeled after Battlestar Galactica.
Welcome to Pizza Planet.
Yep, that's them.
It's like I don't know. I mean, like they remind me of more like maybe not something out of like the more militaristic.
Well, Halo-esque, like kind of like Halo suits, possibly, or something.
Yeah, but I'm maybe like a Halo. I don't know.
Sure.
All right, moving on.
Okay, so yes, we have these guys.
Every hero, we have the
Socks. Okay, so Socks. Jacob, did you recognize who Socks is?
like, as you mean as a toy or the voice?
I mean the voice.
Illuminate me.
Pete Sohn. That's Emil from Ratatouille, and he's also the inspiration for Russell in Up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Pete Sohn, one of the top. He ended up directing. Because mind you, there were a lot of directors on board. He ended up directing The Good Dinosaur, but Pete Sohn, he's a great story man.
I think it'd be like more. I could say he was like the final director of Good Dinosaur.
That's the better way of putting it. Yes, he was kind of the final director of that. But yeah, Pete Sohn's been an excellent story guy.
He's essentially the one who got it out the door.
Essentially, Pete Sohn is kind of like the spirit of that Russell character. Everything about Russell is kind of in its DNA is Pete Sohn, which is then just kind of because the whole character inspiration and everything is just like you look at Pete Sohn, you see Russell.
And he's been with Pixar for quite a long time.
Yeah, and I
don't think he was like one of the original people there, but
no,
he wasn't like one of like the founding fathers or anything like that.
No, he wasn't. No,
but definitely been there for like at least probably since the late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, he became an invaluable part of kind of the Pixar collective.
Like, voice of Emil, he's like does a lot of work for them, and now he's like provided a couple of voices, and I didn't recognize him as Emil, but as Socks, but it's nice to hear. Sorry,
I'm sorry. I was just going to get the Super Billy. So Billy asked the question. He said, "Wasn't the guy who voiced Linguini a Pixar animator?" Yes, he was. So he was one of. What's funny? I identify him so much as one of Brad Bird's guys, but I forget what happened is when Brad Bird went to Pixar, worked on The Incredibles, he kind of adopted a lot of the Pixar animators, and they became his guys if he didn't just bring his guys over. And I think so. Lou Romano is the animator you're thinking of, by the way. Lou Romano is great. I love Lou Romano. And yeah,
I don't think he's with Pixar anymore, though.
That's the thing. I think you're right about that. But yeah, Lou Romano. That's
because I could swear I've seen his name in like some like Tartakovsky stuff.
You might be right about that. I'm not sure.
I could swear I've like seen it. It might be someone else named Lou Romano for all I know. But like I saw the name on like I think Samurai Jack and maybe Primal.
I think I could see him on Primal. I think that sounds right, but again, I can't recall. But yes, but yeah, Lou Romano is a very passionate individual. I remember like on the Incredibles bonus features, there's this great bit where he's vehemently arguing for like, we got to treat the Bob character right, or else you're crapping all over our fat guy. You can't do that. That passion is absolutely what paves the way for him to play Linguini, basically being the starring role, which is kind of unheard of. The co-starring role of that film, which is unheard of. Like basically, an animator, what usually happens all the time at Pixar is the animators provide scratch, or the story men provide scratch for the characters. And they think, okay, we'll find an actor and we'll change it. We'll get the actor to record the dialogue when they're casting. It's like, no one sounded as good as the animator or story man that we had doing the voice, and that's what happened to Lou Romano and Joe Ranft and so many others.
I mean, that does happen quite a bit.
Yeah, Bob Peterson is Roz.
Always watching.
Yes, John Kelling says he wants pasta now because we mentioned Linguini.
Oh, that's his name.
Yep, yes it is.
Alfredo
and oddly, like the one dish he doesn't make in that movie.
Alfredo Linguini.
Yeah.
Which is an actual dish.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
It's like food puns.
So Socks, basically kind of, I think it's like a nod. It's kind of a cross between a reference to both Alien and the AI movie. I think like the little kind of Teddy Ruxpin looking thing that was in AI. It's kind of that's why it's animated that way, and it's kind of like Ripley had a cat.
I was like, I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with AI, but I do remember Jones from Alien.
Yeah.
How unfortunately it was one of the aliens' first victims.
Yep. Unfortunately,
R.I.P. R.I.P. Jones.
poor Jonesy.
Yep.
So,
Yep. He was a good cat.
yeah, but I like Socks, man. I like it late, especially the bit we have with Socks later. So we give like Buzz like a little robot companion. By the way, when Socks first started talking, Buzz Lightyear did like a little bit of the karate chop action from the toy, which is hilarious. Always
The
cracks
karate
me up.
chop action.
Yes, use your karate chop. Use your karate chop action. My what? How are you doing that?
It's an involuntary reaction.
Just hysterical. Okay, let's keep on playing.
Every hero has a beginning. Oh, I was going to
No,
tell.
let go. Keep there. There's the karate chop action right there.
Yep. Oh, I like that. I do like that. I'm
So
guessing
I'm
if you notice, like these actually do look more like the Cylons or like the Cylons you were
And
mentioning.
these remind me a little bit more of the Hornets from Buzz Lightyear Starkman. I'm thinking these are like Zurg's robotic minions.
You
That's
can
kind of
you can almost kind of see like a Z on these things.
yeah. I think there is a
It's
monogram kind of
like
Z going on
like
there.
see look where I'm circling. You can
I
kind of
see it. Yeah,
you can almost see like a Z on them, and like the visor going back and forth. They kind of does they kind of do look like almost bulkier Cylons in a way.
yeah, for
I
sure.
I mean I can't say I haven't really seen
Well,
Battlestar Galactica, but
I'll tell you what I really think they're doing with those designs. I think they're really kind of doing a more practical version of the opening of Toy Story 2. With the Buzz Lightyear video game, you had the Dr. Seussian kind of robots that basically, they had Buzz in the crosshairs, like they had like little robots that come out of the shoulders and their shoulders. So it's kind of like a more kind of imposing version of that, which then, of course, Buzz Lightyear Starkman kind of made a more kind of like, again, it's kind of a cross between those two things, but let's face it, they're probably just looking at the video game.
that was a fun game.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was.
I mean, it was more fun to watch
Yeah.
Rex stink at it.
Yeah. My source
Okay,
of power.
there we go.
Okay, so we are being pursued by a giant robot,
And you
by
can
a
see his
massive robot.
you can like see the I love the lights on here. You can like see his little wrist command popped up like that.
Yep, the risk communicator. You know how much of a gadget fiend that I am. So all of the practical applications of the toy features after all these years have me jazzed out of my mind. I love that when he had the test pilot uniform on, he had like those 3 buttons. So those 3 buttons, Jacob, they serve a practical role, and I'm excited to see what they do.
That's a massive robot.
Okay, so this is a big thing we should talk about. So,
Does it
a
kind of look
literal
like the
big thing.
robots that were in the last shot?
Yes, but this one I'm fairly with the red eyes and everything, and later on with the scaling, I'm pretty sure this is the big one from later too. I'm thinking
Probably, and plus the ones in the last shot only had one eye.
exactly. So we'll wait till we get a better reveal of this character. But let's just say I have things to say about this guy.
There might be a reason why he's being shrouded in shadow too.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So this massive robot accosting our space range. So again, apparently at some point, we're putting our rangers through their paces here. Buzz gets the promotion, the ranger, along with his friend and a few others. I think Buzz is trying to save these guys, and then this robot's trying to stop them.
So you get the different colors probably mean like either different areas of stuff, like like how the military is like the Navy, the Army, the Marines. Like maybe these different colors they like mean different ranks or different sections.
Well, yeah, there are different sectors. Buzz Lightyear is like the gamma. Buzz Lightyear is part of the gamma quadrant, which is why that potentially, if they color code the quadrants, that would make a lot of sense. Where
But
the
I'm
gamma quadrant's green.
like maybe there's there's obviously space rangers, but maybe there's like a more of a surveyors or something like that as well. What I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, you're right, and we also you're absolutely right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm assuming like the guy in the red, for example, I think we see a red and a silver. I think that's silver or blue on the right, but. Anyway, those colors are different designations where these guys might be like working on a base, and that's their thing. Like it provides security detail for workers, or perhaps be the workers themselves. Who knows?
And Sox is there, so he's gonna be part of that.
Yeah.
And this is probably the giant robot that we just saw.
Yes.
I mean,
It's
almost like a shot out of the Terminator, almost.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get a money shot with this character coming up. I love speaking of money shots. Oh dear God, I love just look at this. Look at how imposing imposing this robot is compared to Buzz.
Look at this look at this absolute unit.
Yes. Oh god. And it's just the laser blast and everything. The biggest thing I'm geeking out about here, they kind of teased you lightly with it last trailer, and here we did it full on. Shooting the wrist laser. Oh, I have a thing. I love wrist-mounted weaponry, and I've always loved Buzz Lightyear because of that. In part, I just love just seeing him fire the laser as it actually, instead of a little light bulb that blinks, seeing him fire the actual laser.
This laser's not just a light bulb.
Yeah.
You mean a laser that's a light bulb?
Yeah. Oh god.
It's like seeing the buzz talk to the other buzz.
Yes.
It's just kind of strange that we kind of came to a realization that in some form or another in each of the movies, something goes wrong with Buzz.
Yeah. Also, John Kelling shares your opinions on the whole colors being military and science divisions, etc. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a theory, but I guess it does make sense considering like if there's like different sectors of Star Command, like it makes sense. It's like there's maybe space rangers, maybe like surveyors or scientists.
Okay, let's keep going. I want to get to we have some cool stuff going on here again with the action. This looks so cool. Oh my god!
It does look like it's purple. It almost has like a purplish hue to it.
No, it's absolutely purple, Jacob. I know that much. This thing is absolutely. It has purple with the red lines, and there's the.
What if that's like a Zurg mech or something?
Okay, so let's just talk about it. So I'm a little torn on the robot suit in that. I'm not fully convinced this is evil Emperor Zurg because, I mean, honestly, the main reason is like we're missing the cape. If I'm being frank, it's that we're missing kind of the cape, which signifies Emperor, and it just feels like a weird add-on. Like we're gonna give the toy a cape.
Well, what I'm saying is like what if he's like piloting the suit?
That's not a bad idea. I didn't consider that, Jacob. That is a really good idea because we saw.
I mean, because if the toys are like to scale, that means Zurg himself isn't that much taller than Buzz.
But he is taller, though, and that's the thing. Any way you slice it,
but not like from like here to over here.
I agree with you there. So I didn't think about the mech thing, which is a really good idea. It could absolutely be a mech.
It could be like a mech, or he's remotely piloting it, or something, or for all we know, this could just be part of like an early training simulation.
Well, I wouldn't go that far with it, but I agree with you on the first 2 points.
And I'm just wondering what these things are in the background.
It's someone unconscious. Oh wait, no, that's probably one of the lower, like one of the robots from earlier that Buzz probably took out before this guy showed up.
Yeah, because it looks like the guy just like almost like dropped in.
Yeah.
And so I say took Buzz by surprise.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Okay. Of course, we have some really cool action shots here. As Buzz just kind of.
You want me to go back or
no? Just keep it going. Keep going.
Okay, let's see. There we go. Whoop!
I'm just loving all this. But this is the stuff I was like on the edge of myself. Let me see a little bit of this, and I got it all here. Like, yes, this is awesome.
I kind of love how that was like in like all like one shot, like how he like rolled and how he got thrown and then rolled, and it was like still just all like one shot.
Very absolutely. It was very much like a oneer. I liked it. It was really really cool.
Here we see his ship.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. This is probably him. This is him possibly crashing in the opening during that test flight, which apparently I guess he's going to run into socks earlier in the movie than I was just. The trailer kind of leads you to believe. There's those buttons on his suit.
Yeah, but it's not the green suit that he's familiar with.
No, I know that.
If you look here, his cap here is actually blue.
Well, that one might be a little bit of kind of a trick of the lighting, Jay. It might be kind of like a shade of purple. I don't know. You might be right. It could be like a test sort of thing with it. We don't.
Or maybe like even like the different suits have the different color headgear.
It's possible for sure.
I'm looking at any of these to see if there's like an A113 anywhere.
Well, I don't think they put that. I don't know. It's a trailer.
I mean, it's good. I mean, there's going to be an A113 somewhere in the movie.
Oh, we know that for sure. I'm saying I don't think it's going to have a futile effort looking for it in the trailer. But who knows? I don't know.
That's why I said I'm just wondering.
Okay.
That was utterly terrifying. I regret having joined you.
Yeah.
Looks like he has like some kind of confetti on him.
Yeah. Some like there must have been like a button on there or something, or maybe the cat fired confetti when it was like surprise or something.
Like you see, there's like some down here. There's
it's definitely confetti. You're right.
Wonder what these caution buttons over here are for.
Well, that one's launch, and I love the idea that on the toy and everything, basically on the spacesuit, that the red button is the launch button for launches the wings and launches the engine on the thing. So that's a really cool design touch there.
This one says A.
Yes, it does.
I just don't know what it means. Like it's always kind of just interesting. Like wonder like what do these buttons do?
Yeah, Jacob, let's press on.
Okay, sorry. Okay, okay. Well, looks like he's
Okay, so this
sorry. He's being tackled by somebody.
so that guy, and initially I thought that was the Taika Waititi character. So it's unclear if this is going to be. This might be a droid. I assume this was a droid because in the other trailer he's peeking over the side with this character. I don't know. It could be a droid. Could be. I don't think it's his friend from earlier because she would have had to gone like to a plane he just randomly crashed at. So I don't know. I don't think it's an enemy.
As you can see here, his headgear's still blue. So this is before he got the green suit.
No, that's the thing. This is him from that test flight before he became a space ranger. So this is like where this is the Dagobah Swamp place he landed. So I'm thinking he's fallen. I'm still convinced like he's gonna discover Zurg during this crash landing, and this guy's probably gonna lead him to that.
Yeah, looking at the trees, it does look right where you would see the Zurg ship.
Yes.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
There's those.
Yeah. To the Zap guys.
And they're holding like the energy swords.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like the spear versions of those energy swords from Halo.
Yes.
You can do it like they're really leaning into the sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the cat again. But
everyone just kind of shouting Buzz dramatically, which is like we all like Buzz Lightyear. We don't think bad to happen to him. Buzz, Buzz. Oh god, I love this shot here. Look at that. Oh, it's so imposing.
And you can something that he didn't have in the previous shot. He now has a cannon on his arm.
Yes, and
which if you look in the previous shot where he's being, unless it's a different robot.
Well, no, this is the cannon could have just come out of like compartments on the armor for all we know. But you might be right. Regardless, though, you can see there's the purple and red design on the calf here. So there's definitely those are the Zurg colors.
And then that's the same robot. Then it's like now he has an giant arm cannon.
Okay, we're gonna get the money shot with him here in a second. So let's play that. I want to get to the money shot.
And this kind of reminds me of Metroid.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not Metroid, but
all right. So click on. Right there. Oh, there's the ion blaster. So that's what I'm saying. We're being very much led to believe that this is Zurg, whether it's a mech or not, or just like this is base. A part of my fear is that this is imposing as all get out. But correct me if I'm wrong. You don't get an Emperor vibe just from this by itself, do you?
Like I said, I think I'm not getting an Emperor Zurg vibe from this. This might be Zurg before Emperor. Like I said, it could be him piloting a suit.
Yeah,
and maybe he had adopted it as like a mobile version for his smaller self.
So I'm hoping that you're absolutely right. I'm hoping that there's a little bit more to it, and that this is not like the legitimate like a part of me. I have a theory, and we're about to see this character in a second, but let's keep it on this for the moment. The commander character I'm predicting. And again, I don't know, they might be able to sell me on it, but I'm predicting that if there's a reveal to who Zurg is, it might be the Commander Burnside character that is Buzz's boss, the Isaiah Whitlock Jr. doing the voice of that character. It's from The Wire. I'm thinking like there might be a reveal if they go kind of like the traditional route where okay, we're going to see like he might be the guy piloting this Zurg suit, and ultimately he might don kind of a more Emperor Zurg looking outfit.
Look at his mouth.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a little shrouded, so they're keeping some of the goodies kind of in shadow here. Because
his mouth kind of does look like how that little segmented look that the toy did.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So this is absolutely modeled after Zurg, just whether or not this is like what the final design of like a full-on Emperor Zurg would look like, whether it is a robot designed to look like Zurg or a mech that is basically kind of either piloted or just kind of used.
What if
like a proto Zurg, as Super Billy's putting in the comments.
I mean, this might be a bit of a stretch, and I'm probably not even believing myself. Like, what if like Zurg is like a species, and like there's like an Emperor Zurg?
I mean, it's not a bad pull because we don't know. I'm going off the animated series, which clearly there's no safety in that with this movie because again, it's a prequel to that if you want to look at it that way. But the most likely thing is they're just not going to touch the animated series at all, which is entirely possible. And with that, I've always assumed Zurg is human based on the whole "I am your father" gag, and based on like once he was infected by like an alien disease, and you can't really infect a robot. So I assume it's like a Darth Vader thing where he is part machine, part human, or basically a guy in a robot suit.
I mean, like I said, that might make sense, but like I said, what if there's like But they're not going the whole like Buzz, I am your father thing.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're doing that at all here. I don't think they're going
Like,
to do. But
unless
imagine
it,
this though. Imagine if it's Buzz, I'm your father figure, and it is Commander Burnside.
yeah, I guess that would work.
Yeah. Okay, so
But
let's so he's
so it's
firing
a,
up the ion blaster, which is cool to see realized in any way, shape, or form, like the three glowing ends of the cannon. Like, oh god.
it's the ion blaster. Lightyear.
Okay, oh, he's doing the helmet whoosh from Toy Story. Like, oh, that's so cool. He's doing the little helmet whoosh.
Like, everyone else calls him Buzz, but the commander goes by Lightyear.
Yeah, because he sticked off at him.
Yep. It's like, don't do it, Buzz. Watch it.
Okay, stop right there. Okay, so
I'll go back.
the smashing of the panel. Okay, John Kelling says the shot of someone smashing computer modules seemingly of a more average human size that could be a little more. This could be the actual Zurg, is what he's getting at. Perhaps Zurg sans the cape. This again looks a little bit more. That's the thing, because he's not like towering over like the other robot version, but he does have the horns. So I think that's a really excellent catch by our buddy John Kelling.
Yeah, like, yeah. I'm just saying that's why I was saying like he could be piloting the mech. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I think,
and this could be after Buzz defeated the mech.
Yeah.
And then maybe he like dons the cape later on.
Yes. Okay, let's keep it going.
And a weird alien creature.
Mm-hmm.
Taking Izzy away.
Yep.
Oh, that's the. Either that's two separate creatures or that thing's attached to the vine.
I think it's the vine. I think it's attached to the vine.
There she is again, throwing something.
Throwing the sword, kind of like a life-saving boomerang. There's there are the Superman 64 rings, by the way. This is like
it almost looks like more like the mass relays from Mass Effect that like makes them go light speed.
No, that's the thing. What you said is actually correct. I'm saying the joke is from a distance, like when he's flying through the rings. But yeah,
I'm very familiar with Superman 64.
Yeah, and Super Billy makes the joke Zurg is now Dr. Claw, the whole smashing of the panel thing. Does Disney still own Inspector Gadget? I don't think so, but...
they own the movie, but I don't think they own the cartoon.
Yeah. All right.
But this isn't exactly the same as the mass relays from Mass Effect, but just kind of reminds me of it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Beautiful space shots. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of... I'm sure there are going to be a lot of beautiful space shots.
Oh, I just realized something. Buzz is doing the leap. Oh my god, he's doing the move from Toy Story 2 at the top of the game, but hopefully won't die this time. When he leaps over, that's Zurg's head right there. He's leaping over Zurg's head, doing the move, and he's going for the laser blast. Remember? That's how Rex lost the game. Only this is the successful version of it.
It's like, no! I'm never going to defeat Zurg.
Which, by the way,
I'm not going to... And I'm also not going to attempt to do a Wallace Shawn voice.
Also, seriously, this right here, coolest money shot of the whole thing. Like Buzz, like shooting the laser into the camera again. That wrist-mounted laser, love it. So let's get to the last gag.
I think that's why we used it as the thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
There he goes, shoots it. After a long day of work at Start Command.
This bit was so darn cute to me. Just, I love how cordial Buzz is to Socks here after he's like, whale calls. Just white noise will be fine. Good night, Socks. Good night, Buzz. It's just so darn nice. It's the little casual, little cordial good night. I love it.
White noise sound.
Yeah, I think that's...
Some people do like listening to white noise while they sleep.
Maybe not like that. I don't think it's white noise necessarily like that. It sounds like it's actually coming from a cat, but Buzz doing the clap on, clap off.
Lightyear.
Okay, let's go back to our... Is there anything after the Lightyears? Just go to... Okay, comes back. Yeah, let's go to our main image, and I'll round out the comments, and we'll wrap this puppy up real quick.
Okay.
Right, John Kelly mentioned she was wrapped by the vine. The alien bug was lifting her. So the alien bug was lifting her from the ground while
that's what I was thinking.
No, I think you're right. I made a leap there. I probably shouldn't have. You're right.
Like I said either it's lifting her away or it's like something that's attached to the vine.
It's really pointing out the similarities, like the carbonite room, and again, which Buzz Lightyear, all the stuff in Toy Story 2 was very much modeled after Empire Strikes Back with the whole carbonite room for the Buzz Lightyear encounters. So it's very much intentional.
Which kind of does make sense considering like Pixar, in a way, almost originally spun off from Lucasfilm.
Right. And Tiki says Socks honestly is a bit. Tiki says in the comments here, he says honestly is a bit too familiar, it's a bit too similar to Baymax for his taste, but we'll see how it is in the context of the film. So all that said, folks, we're gonna wrap things up because right now we're immediately gonna jump over to the Oscars podcast. Tiki and I we're gonna be talking Oscar predictions and everything. Basically, the Oscar list came in, so that's what we're gonna be doing next. If you guys want to jump over that with us right now, and that'll do it. So let me thank the folks here. I'm going to thank Tiki briefly, but I don't really have to thank him because I'm going to see him next. No gratitude there. Thanks, Super Billy. I want to thank John Kelling and that guy, and of course, Pink Pearl. So thanks for tuning in, folks. We broke this down intensely, and it was a lot of fun. I hope you had fun.
I had fun. All right.
All right, to infinity